Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Happiest of Thursdays to one and all. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Hello to Elizabeth Enders and Mo Shannon, Church Nelly, Opal Jones, Marshar. Who else do we have here? Connie Bomber. Let me see. Lorna Williams, Sawboss, Patricia Witherspoon, Myra V. Hello, welcome. And who else? Clara Cadore? Or is it Cador? Cardor. Okay. And Faith Manzini. Yes. Uh, Veronica Quick. Angela Bauman. Yes. Hello, welcome. Marcy Foreman. Uh, Carolyn Tubbs. Wow, that's starting to go fast. Sheila Watson, welcome. And Teresa Wiseman, hello. Okay. All right, so let me um, do one thing. Actually, believe it or not, I'm set. Scary though. Just before I started, my Wi-Fi, which I haven't reset it in quite some time, it's good to reset the Wi-Fi every so often. I haven't done that in months, and today it just decided to skip out on me. But and then it just came back on. Otherwise, I was. It's good to like unplug it for about 10 minutes. So remind me to do that at the end today, so I can get it reset because it probably needs it. And I need to do that before I do another live, that's for sure. So, the man of the hour, Prince Harry. Okay, there you go. Prince Harry. Prince Harry, what is he up to? Well, I tell you, Prince Harry is all over the place. Again, I have to say, I love the fact that he is singing for his supper better than anybody would have ever given him credit before he left Narnia. At least some people wouldn't have given him as much credit. But we all know that he's been a hard worker his entire life. But the breadth of his endeavors is, even for me, a diehard fan. I am just amazed at how busy he is. And of course, I was one of those people that was worried that he may suffer from some type of burnout. And that's still a concern for me because, you can only do so much. And well, anyway, I'm sure he's delegating responsibilities where necessary and all those things. So it's incredible, just absolutely dynamic, the amount of work that he's done since he reached California. So yeah, I'm just continually shocked by it, or I guess that's the right word. Anyway, hello, Emerald Derrick, Judy Regoat, MOC. Okay. Oh, Judy wants. Oh, Cistern wants to say hello, Cistern. You want to say hi to a few people? Okay. Black Pearl is here. Norma Campbell, hello. Joyce Voss, hello, hello, and hello. Okay, so let's get on to Harry. What is Harry up to right now? Take a look. Special guest announcement: Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. Prince Harry joins Five Rights Foundation and the End Violence for the virtual launch of the Child Online Safety Toolkit. And that takes place 16th of May, 2022, 5 p.m. In London, or 9 a.m. in Los Angeles. So I think that's 7 a.m. for me. And in Doha, it starts at 7 p.m. So, well, this is going to be quite the international event. London, Los Angeles, Doha. So, cool, cool. But I don't know if we should say Los Angeles time. I mean, the most relevant place on the West Coast right now is not Los Angeles. You all know what it is, right? It's Montecito, where there are no leaks. There are no leaks in Montecito. And of course, Montecito is where you can find the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. So that's why it's the most important place on the West Coast. Not the Redwood Forest, not the Fisherman's Wharf, not San Diego, not Universal Studio Tours. It is Montecito. So, okay. And that's good. Okay. Let me see. There we go. Five Rights Foundation making child online safety a reality. Join us for the launch of the Global Child Online Safety Toolkit, a roadmap for policymakers and practitioners building a digital world that supports children and enables them to flourish online and beyond. Our special guest, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, will be in the conversation with youth advocates from around the world to discuss what's needed to make child online safety a reality. The event will also feature speakers from the United Nations, African Union, and European Union. So, again, that is 5 p.m. London time and those other times I mentioned before. There is a link. There is a link in the community tab to show you how on the case I am today. I actually, you know how I always say, I try to remember to put it in the community tab. Well, guess what? It's already in there. Oh, yes, I even got a bell for that. It's already in the community tab. And it gets even better. Someone asked me yesterday in the comments, Baron, can you please link the well anyway, I'll show you later. But I have been quite busy. As you know, there was a reboot of the copycat video. So I hope you guys enjoyed that this morning. If you haven't seen it, it premiered I guess 4 hours ago. Uh so you have to go and look for it. But there is a edited video, my newest food truck video, which premiered hours ago. And some of you guys have already discovered it. And anyway, it's a reboot of one that I made some time ago. So I think I may try to get you all out of here early today. We'll see how it goes. And before I go on to the next thing, let me see. Hello, Baron, and everyone. Hope you all are having a good day. Thank you, Stephanie Brown. Thank you so much for thinking about us. You're so considerate. Wow, Baron, you are improving every day. We are proud of you. Okay, Myra, don't get carried away because you know I may be back to the old Baron tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. Maybe it's the brew of coffee. Right now, I am drinking some coffee from Trader Joe's. It is the Colombian. I bought it whole bean. And if you buy the coffee whole bean and then you grind it yourself, not only does it taste better, you can really get that good robust taste, but you also will find that your money goes a lot further if you grind the whole bean coffee. I recommend that you do that because when you buy that coffee that's already ground, like Folgers or whatever, that stuff is like, I don't know how to describe it, but I just believe that I prefer, I'll speak for myself. I prefer the whole bean coffee. And if you can find the Folgers or any of those other ones whole bean, I buy those also. I buy their Colombian brand. I like Colombian because it has kind of a chocolate note to it. So, um, but anyway, that's enough about my morning coffee. But I think it has seemed to make all the difference today. Okay. Hello, Lydia Washington. Welcome to Royal Sussex. Thank you for being a member. Church Nelly, why are you Uh-oh, I better stay out of this one. Okay. I better stay in my lane. I'm gonna stay in my lane. One thing I've learned is that when y'all are having those conversations, it's better if I just stay away from it. Baron, you are drinking some of Church Nelly's brew because you're of the chain these days, off the chain these days, right? Yeah, some of that Church Nelly elixir it's kind of like that stuff Granny used to make on Beverly Hillbillies, but it kind of sharpens your wits and everything. So I call it the miracle elixir. So it's good for treating everything from migraines to a gunshot wound. Okay, let's move on then, shall we? Well, here's some good news. Let me cue Afro Annie. Hit it, Annie. Elon Musk, who submitted the letter to buy Twitter in April, effectively rolled the dice to land the billions of dollars in loans he needed to get his offer in front of the social media network's board in order to secure the 12.5 billion margin loan on his Tesla shares. Musk gave a personal guarantee, according to reporting from the Fortune colleagues my Fortune colleagues, published this week. Here's what that means. Okay, if Musk can't repay the loan by selling shares of Tesla, banks could take Musk equity stake in Twitter, his 46% stake in SpaceX, his sundry personal assets, anything. Well, what does that all mean? What it means is that he scared the bejesus out of us by making an appearance with a Kim Jong Un haircut. So he appeared looking every bit to Kim Jong Un, as though he has some type of authority complex. And then from that point, he of course wanted Twitter, and he wants to set Twitter free, so to speak. Well, he's leveraged a lot of his personal assets to make that possible. Well, somebody is about to hand him his assets because it turns out that he had to some people are financially rich, and then some people are rich on paper. I'm sure he's a mixture of both. However, his assets has been exposed to the elements. Don't Elon know that it's dangerous to link with Trump? That's sinking ship, and everyone but Trump loses. Okay. Pamela Porter says, why? Why would Musk want to control Twitter to the extent he would risk his personal assets? Well, that's a good question. But if you guys remember the second, what was it? The sequel to The Matrix. Remember when Neo said, well, what does he want? And the Matrix, the Oracle says, yeah. Okay, so this is what happened. The guy was addicted to power, right? And he asked the Matrix, he said, well, what does he want? And the Matrix, well, not the Matrix, but the Oracle, she said, what does all powerful men want? More power. So don't get it twisted, you guys. If you are on social media, you would be amazed at how they can calculate your likely decision making, what you're likely to eat, who you're likely to vote for, which car you want to drive, which neighborhood you want to live in. They can learn a lot about us because of what we're clicking on. Like, for instance, based on some of my clicks, it's incredible that I haven't been confined to an institution somewhere. But This is what I'm saying. They are able to get into your heads. And so Elon Musk obviously wants to tap into the mother of all algorithms, Twitter. Not to, say that there's not enough of our, shall we say, consciousness in the Facebook or even YouTube. But based on your search history, they kind of know what's going on inside of you. So that is a lot of power for any one person to hold, especially Kim Jong Musk. Okay, to be fair, I'm not going to compare him to Kim Jong Un. I think Kim Jong Un is younger. Oh man. Oh wow, cool. 18 minutes and it's almost 600 of you. I love it. Don't forget to hit the like button. Dorothy Ross says on the letter page of my morning paper today, there's a photograph of Princess Anne, and I automatically looked to the top of her head to see if there was anything on it. Oh my God. I love that. I love it. I love that. Thank you. Let me see. Folks, watch Musk. Seriously, he was encouraged to buy Twitter by this guy, Thiel. Yeah, I know Thiel, whatever, Thiel, who is funding the RNC candidates. The guy believes in controlling the world. Yeah, I know who you're talking about, that Thiel guy. And he's a frightful character. He is a frightful character. Okay. Let's see. Musk wants to keep Amber Turd from being dragged on Twitter. I don't even know what that case is about. I know Johnny Depp is in it and all that kind of stuff. I know there's been some alleged abuse or whatever. I just I haven't followed it because I hate to get caught up in a drama like that. But I'm sure it's interesting. But I watch so many television trials. I have promised myself I wasn't going to do that again, where I would eat, sleep, and drink what's happening in the trial again. Lynn says, "Folks, watch." Oh, I'm sorry, I had that already, didn't I? Where is that at? Uh, okay, okay. I'm scrolling. Oh, Elaine Parker, thank you so much. Thank you, Elaine Parker, for the super sticker. Thank you so much for being a member. And also, thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Pamela Gale says, "Hello, Baron. I hope the squatties are having a great day. Keep those who have ill family members in my prayers. In my thoughts and prayers." Absolutely. Yes, we had a bit of a prayer session going on yesterday for Anna Espinosa's brother, and I apologize, I forgot who else. So, but yes, we are very spiritual and/or praying people around here, and I do believe prayers help. B. Thomas wants to say hi to a few people, so we'll help out there. Okay, so ready. I guess I'm ready to move on. You guys, let me see. Oh, there we go. Marshar. I was looking for yours and then it slipped past me. Gosh, I need to clean these glasses. Musk said he'll let Orange Butt back on Twitter. That is how he'll try to regain his flow. I guess he's got to keep paying that baby daddy money to Amber Turner. Allegedly. I don't know what it is, so I'm gonna just say allegedly. But do they have a kid together? I didn't know that. Allegedly. Okay, to keep her quiet, allegedly go. Okay. So thank you for that, Marsha. I am going to move on now. Um, take that away and let's look at the top of her head and see what's on it. Oh, I was supposed to switch. All right. Oh, I guess I wasn't ready to change yet. What does it say? Market summary. Well, you can see right there. I believe that Tesla was over $800. Oh no, looks like it was over $1,000 a share. Well, look at where it is now. Um, this morning, was it this morning? No, yesterday. As of yesterday, look at where it was. Isn't that something? All because he wants to buy Twitter. The Oracle of Omaha, Warren Buffett, he said he doesn't like to buy things that he can't see. He doesn't like anything virtual. He likes objects. He likes material things. That's not to say he doesn't have any investments. I don't know, but he may have something virtual. But mostly he likes tangible, touchable things. So if you notice there, since Kim whatever, ever since he tried to buy Twitter, look at what's happened. Huh? Ever since he's leveraged all that money or whatever, that is what has happened. So um, anyway, watch this space and let's see what happens. Okay. I'm looking. Uh, okay. Let's see. Debira Owen says, after I saw that pic and his freedom speech, I will be canceling my Twitter account, I believe, looking like a dictator. Yeah. Um, a lot of people have decided to leave Twitter. I got to Twitter late. I got to Twitter this summer. I had accounts that I didn't use, but for my Royal Sussex work, I find myself in need of it. So I'm not. I told you all. Sometimes y'all send me stuff. I don't even know how to follow the threads, or I'm not sure what's meant for me. Um, as it comes through on Twitter because it's like so much stuff coming through all the time. I'm never sure where I am, so I have that little issue with Twitter, but I'm learning. I'm getting better with it. And then I don't post a lot on Twitter because the reason why I don't just give out emails and stuff like that is because you can get yourself in a lot of trouble on social media, especially when there sometimes people will try to provoke you in some kind of way, like what happened to the Mulrooney lady up there in Canada. She was like provoked into something, I believe. Anyway, sometimes people catch you at the wrong time. So trust me when I say this. Take a big step back from social media if you're angry or if you're anxious or if you feel that air fill your lungs really fast, like, if you're about to go after someone, walk away, think about it, and then come back later once you have, right, been able to right yourself. Because sometimes people really want to catch you out, as they say on Downton Abbey. You remember that phrase on Downton Abbey where she goes, "Oh, Robert, don't catch me out." Well, apparently that was like a term that they used back in those days. Oh, oh, Robert, don't catch me out. Woo. What is her name? Something Montgomery, right? Or whatever. Um, the one that plays Cora. Oh, Robert, don't catch me out. Oh man, I got to stop doing that because once I start, I can't stop. Okay, Baron. These are probably younger Americans inventing a new media platform to challenge Twitter at this moment. Oh, you said there are probably young. Yeah, yeah. Twitter is well, there is Lipstick Alley, there is Reddit, both of which I don't use regularly. I even have a Reddit account that I never use. So, and that's the other thing, you guys. If you guys are sending me stuff, Like on Instagram that I really need to see, I probably won't see it for days, if not weeks, especially if it's a DM. I don't use that DM so much. So by the time I see something, a lot of time has passed. It's very random that I check other social media. So just so you know, it's nothing personal. But if I haven't answered something that was DM, I probably haven't seen it yet. Kind of like my Patreon. I don't fool with the Patreon that much. If you need to hide something from me, put it on my Patreon account. I guarantee you nobody will find it there. If you want to find the lost footage of the Hindenburg disaster, check the Patreon. It might be there, and just nobody noticed it because nobody ever goes there. Yes, Jessica Maroney told the person, "Who do you think you are? I am Jessica Maroney, and I am a friend of Meghan." So, okay, Lorna Williams, I don't know if that was the exact wording that she used. I'm not sure that was the exact wording, but anyway, it was a bit of a setup. And I do remember that the other person told her what she should be talking about, and that's where the trouble started. So um I don't know, but I know that's not the exact wording, but it was a issue of somebody, um I guess, telling her what to do, and she um said some things like, but I don't think she said it in those words. I don't believe that was the exact words, but she did save the person who caused the problem did save the receipt. So it's not like she didn't say it. But my point is, it had Jessica Mulroney was just an example, but that is what happens on social media. So you have to be really careful. So that's why I don't post a lot of stuff on Twitter, because I don't want to get caught into a situation like that, because you'll say things on your keyboard that you wouldn't say in a person's face. And you will post things in haste and anger that you would normally not say. So, yeah, let me see. Lydia says it seems like a setup. Baron, they hit out at Jessica to pick with Megan. Exactly, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. It was choice words that were thrown back and forth, and I believe it was a setup. I do believe it was a setup. And I'm going to tell you, on social media, especially since I get so much traffic through Royal Sussex, I am being particularly careful, because there are people who want to catch you out. I told you I was going to do that again. Oh, Robert, don't catch me. Oh my God, I got to stop doing that. Okay, okay, so let's move on. But yes, you guys, be careful on your social media. Don't let anybody catch you out. All right. Okay, so there we go. Annie? This is what we do. A Murdoch journalist once said, "We go out and destroy other people's lives." Please read this shocking example of the Mail, Sun, Times, Telegraph doing just that. Well, this was very interesting. Okay, so you all may remember that some time ago that there was a photo of the Queen in the halls of, I think it was Oxford, and well, it was a student area. It was a student safe space, a, a place where they could commune and think and talk to one another, a space that they thought should be void of any empirical colonial images, like, for instance, the portrait of the Queen from, I believe, the 1950s, at a time when the British Empire was, shrinking, and the feelings of loss and pride and British excellence and all the exceptionalism and stuff was strong, and it was a time of austerity or whatever when that portrait was taken. And so, um, anyway, they voted to move it, to remove it, to take it out of there. It was just an old copy of a portrait. It wasn't like some oil painting or something. It was just like a photograph copy or whatever of an image of the queen. And the students just didn't want it. And it was a story that would have otherwise have been lost, but for the fact that somehow someone leaked it to the press, and that's when the nightmare started. Um, Let me see. Yes, Lorna Williams. I know who the person was. I read all about it at the time, and there was also an issue with Jessica. Yeah, I understand that, but it was still a trap, Lorna. It was still a trap. I understand all of that about that situation, but at the same time, trust me when I say this, on social media, when someone is trying to, I think she was trying to, or has a very similar aspirations to Jessica's fashion lifestyle page and everything. And sometimes there are people who want to um, take you down a peg or two so that there'll be more room up there at the top for them. But I totally understand that. I still believe that it was a bit of a situation where someone was really targeting the Duchess of Sussex. And if it wasn't for her friendship with Meghan, we wouldn't even know that either of those people, well, we would have probably never heard of that other person. So it was a win-win for the person who brought it to everybody's attention during the time of George Floyd. But trust me, I understand, I get it. I still say that there was a little bit more to the story than what came out. So I appreciate your comment though. Okay, so hate mail and death threats, how the right wrecked one man's life for is culture war. Well, anyway, Matthew Katzman was forced out of the UK after he was accused of canceling the Queen. For pundits and politicians, it was all just lucrative fun. So they trashed this man in the tabloids. The politicians were able to use his name to, you know, anyway. Okay, anyway, let's see. Through all of 2018, according to research published this week by King's College London, the expression cancel culture appeared in just 6 newspaper articles in the UK. By last year, the term was featured in 3,670 pieces. So the point here is the idea of canceling someone, right? The idea of canceling someone, it has become, how do I put it? It has become fodder. It has been used by the right wing, the tabloid press, that and woke and all those other terms that they use to degrade or diminish someone. If you are explaining, you're losing. That's an old term. If you are explaining, you're losing. And the other one is, if you don't have a seat at the table, you're probably on the menu, which that second one has nothing to do with this, but it put Matthew Katzman in a position where he found that there were phone threats, there were social media threats, and then, of course, the tabloids took little pieces of his social media life, like his Twitter and perhaps his Facebook, and they splashed it in the pages of the Sun. The Daily Mail was the worst, of course, and whichever other magazine. So or newspapers. This one I forgot to link, and I'll make it a point to try to make sure that I link this to the community tab. But it's a very interesting article, and it explains some of those tactics used by the tabloid newspapers And it's not about the money. That when we say clicks, yeah, they need money to survive, but it's an ideological war that they are having. It's an ideological war. They have very deep pockets. They can afford to pay the occasional lawsuit or class action suit. They can afford to pay these things. But the thing that is most important to them is not just making money. What's so important to them is that they can control politicians, they can have ownership of the royal family. It's an invisible contract. And the only obvious thing that we see that they get out of it is things are going their way and they're making a lot of money from the clickbait. But the things that we can't see is how they are part of an infrastructure where there's a lot of other people making money aside from the board of directors or whatever. It is very big. They wouldn't do this if it wasn't profitable. But profits is one thing, and then the ideological shift in people's values, that's equally as important to them. So it is something that has grown, especially for the United States. When we started the 24-hour news cycle, that was when Bill Clinton was in office. And so they didn't have a lot to talk about, but they had Bill Clinton, and that was plenty. And then, of course, there was the Fox News. The Fox News was the real game changer. The very so called liberal leaning networks began using more red and more sensationalized stories to try to compete with Fox News. They were trying to outfox Fox News. There was even a documentary called Outfoxed where they were trying to make this case: stay in your lane, stop trying to be like the Fox News, because as long as you're trying to be something you're not, as long as you're trying to be something you're not, you are going to lose. And where is it? There it is. That is someone who's trying to be something he's not. And there's someone else who's trying to be something she's not. And that's why they're losing. So um, it's better for the MSNBCs and the CBS and all those other networks to just be themselves. But the problem is, if we're putting so much energy into these right wingers, it is going to force us to shape our message around them instead of them shaping their message around the other side. So, just my bit of, I guess, speechy banter today. Hello, Karen. Thank you for being here. Pamela Porter, hi. Or did I say Sherry Ware? Thank you for joining us on Royal Sussex. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Oh, there it is. All right. So again, this is in the community tab, as I was very efficient today and made sure I put it there. So if you would want to vote for them, which I bet you do, it says who should be on time. I'm sorry, time says who should be on the 2022 Time 100. Vote now. Cast your vote for the individuals who have had the greatest influence on the past year. Check in the, let me see, check in mid-May to find out who won the reader poll. We've revealed the list chosen by Time editors on May 23rd. We'll reveal. Okay, that's it. So yeah, you still got time to do that. Again, it's in the community tab. So as you do that, make sure you hit the like button. Por favor. Por favor, hit the like button. See? Okay. And next. All right, changing gears, you guys. Changing gears. But again, you guys, be careful on social media. Okay, so Sussex sauce. I think my messiness is starting to rub off, and I'm so afraid. I am just so afraid. Um, let me see. Sussex sauce. Let me see. She says here, Pardon me, Your Highness, but there's a strange man asked me to give you this, asked me to give you, I mean, to give this to you. Trenchtown wants 365 million billion dollars. I'm sorry. Okay, but you get the point. You get the point. Messiness is starting to rub off, and that is scary. But not my fault. It was their fault for going on that ill-fated trip to the Caribbean. I tried to tell them, don't go. You're going to get your behinds handed to you. But did they listen to me? No. They just decided to go anyway, especially after William had that bad case of foot and mouth disease. And they just went anyway. I tried to help them, but nobody listened, and they went. And anyway, somehow they managed to lose half the Commonwealth. So next time, if I was them, I would listen to that little weird, um, you know, what do you call it, YouTuber.
Yes, Prince. Trenchtown wants $245 billion. That's what Trenchtown wants. $345 billion. Yes, thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what Trenchtown wants. Yes. What do you mean?
Oh, oh, I'm sorry. Um, no sound. Oh man, I was on such a roll today. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Oh, okay. Yeah, I muted it for the Trenchtown guy. Anyway, I'm not going to repeat any of that. I'll just move on. Do you ever get the feeling that sometimes somebody is messing with you? Do you ever feel like somebody is listening to your words and maybe they're doing something just to spite you? She could not be serious. She cannot be serious. I don't know how this happened or what's going on, but that is so disturbing. I'm not even trying to be funny right now, but that is. Ah. What is happening here? What is happening here? I don't know. Pamela Porter, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying. I'm trying to make sense out of this. I'm trying. I don't know. Um let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I just made that video last night, right? And mm, let me see. Let us make a wish list for Baron's glasses, ginkgo coffee, and whatever he needs. We love you. Oh, thanks, Lynn. Thanks. Okay, let me see. Interesting how close she's standing to those people, but the in the Caribbean it was space and no touchy. She can kick Rick with those racehorse with her racehorse self. Okay. Okay, let me see. Kate looks that crazy. Uh-huh. In the pic on the left and the one on the right, she looks like she is feeling herself. I ooh, when I saw that, I was just like, you got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. That is very strange. That is very strange. Now, I'm not one of those people who have been saying that there's been something cosmetic done, but it is strange. It is strange. I'll just leave it there. It is strange. Um, there was a little sarcasm here. Let's see if you catch on. The Duke and Duchess, let me see, all set for engagements in Glasgow and Edinburgh, focusing on the vital work in charities and organizations that are developing empathy in young children, helping vulnerable families into permanent homes, and much more. But then I guess the reply from the oh wow, what is that? The Oxgang School. Yes, the Oxgang PS Edinburgh. Thank you for waving at my P7A class from Oxgang's primary school just now when you were leaning in your helicopter from Holyrood Palace. It has made their year. Just as you were just as you were leaning in your helicopter. That is a read right there. Y'all know that, don't you? That's a bit of a read. Thank you for waving at my P7A class from Oxgame Primary School just now when you were leaning in your helicopter from Holyrood Palace. Oh man. As you know, people in Scotland don't have a lot of well, I'll put it to you like this. There are some people who just come out to enjoy the spectacle, and then there are others who wish that they would never come north of Hadrian, what is it, Hadrian's Wall, that they'll never travel north of Hadrian's Wall again. No packed trains for us. Wills and Kate's commute home in $8 million helicopter, and you pay the bill. Well, that story was from 2016. I had no idea. I thought that they were sharing the helicopter with the Queen and with Charles, but I think it was Elaine Parker or someone straightened me out about that. They said, "Oh no, that helicopter was a gift from the Queen." And that they had planted some trees and hedges and things so that the public would not easily see them coming and going from the helicopter. So that's very interesting. There are trains in the United Kingdom, and he does have an heir. He is the future. So there's no real reason why he has to fly about in a helicopter. Whatever the convenience, I think that is pretty unnecessary and very expensive to the taxpayers. So just my opinion. But then again, I'm only saying this as he waves as he's leaning. Oh man, I love it. That is so funny. Okay. William worries about Africans' impact on wildlife and climate. 3 children, 2 homes, and a fleet of Range Rovers. William and Kate's helicopter. Wow, check that out. The increasing pressure on wildlife and wild spaces as a result of human population presents a huge challenge for conservation. That's William's words, is that all of this, human stuff is wreaking havoc with the environment and the climate and such, but yet he has the $8 million helicopter. If you guys are not aware, aviation fuel is absolutely filthy. It has a very acrid smell to it. Anything that smells that bad cannot be good for the environment. And so these two, rather than taking something as efficient as a train, which didn't what is it? The railroad was created by the British, right? They took one of those steam engines out of a ship and put it onto the rails, and next thing you know, the creation of the railroad. Well, in spite of that, this guy is taking a helicopter. So, okay, Loretta Memphis says at some point the monarchy will have to go away if the citizens are tired of paying for these free loaders. Not good at just cutting a ribbon. Okay. Thank you so much for that, Loretta Memphis. I do agree. I mean, let them keep doing with it, whatever it is they do, but why do all that with the taxpayers' money when so many people are going hungry? That seems rather odd. And of course, apparently is hypocritical for eco warriors to use Range Rovers, gas guzzling SUVs, unless you are Prince William. If you are Prince William with friends in the gutter press, they won't call you a hypocrite, even though you are. Prince William are now claiming to care about the environment and still use your gas guzzling Range Rover SUVs to take you to and from your gas guzzling private helicopter. So it's incredible, the hypocrisy. It is just absolutely amazing that the two of them are living this jet set lifestyle. With Prince Charles in his position, I can understand it. I'm not a big fan of it, but I can understand it. He's a figurehead, or the future figurehead, standing in for his mom. So I get it. But with this guy, there is no point to the amount of pomp and circumstance that happens every time they go to cut a ribbon. This is insane. Absolutely insane. Um, Fast, efficient trains all over the United Kingdom, and this guy is flying around in a helicopter. Have you ever seen such? Let's see. Moshannon says, Baldy talking about Africans wreaking havoc on their land is laughable compared to the way he and his family gallivant around living off other people, cause those freeloaders ain't ever worked. Amen, amen, and amen. Connie Balmer, there you are. Hello, Connie Balmer. Grifters. You tell it like it is, Mary. Grifters. It is the mother of all grifts, though, isn't it? Okay, so moving on. I think, well, oh, you know what? I thought I was going to get you guys out of here a little early today, but let's see how it goes. Oh, that's the wrong one. Look, I'm not in a hurry. I did that by mistake. Okay. Oh, there we go. So let's take a look at this. Copy King strikes again. Honestly, I have to ask, let me see, does Botox I can't see for the watermark. Let me see. All right. Does Botox do this to a face? I think is what they mean. What is up with her eyes? Well, I don't know. I can't confirm or deny because I have no knowledge as to whether or not she's using Botox. But let's go back to the other side of the slide. There is poor copycat, no originality, copycat on the floor with the kids. And as you can see, those kids do not seem to be the least bit interested. As you can see in the foreground, there's even one infant trying to crawl away as fast as possible, as that poor infant has never seen anything like that outside of a cartoon. So, hey, Marshall, I just saw that out the corner of my eye. What are you implying? What are you implying here? No, I'm not trying to get rid of you all. I wouldn't be anyplace else but here on Royal Sussex. Woo! Oh Lord. No, not at all. I wouldn't be anyplace else in the world but here on Royal Sussex. So no, of course not. Shame on you. The implication, I'm just shocked. I'm absolutely shocked. Okay, so Lynn says BBC Cambodia said many treasures, jewels were looted, stolen from their temples during some turmoil in their country. They want Britain to help get it back. Like I said, they built the railroads in India not to move people around, but to get the wealth out. The railroad of India, all the tracks seem to lead to the ports. All the tracks would take you to the ports. The British media, Tashmak says the British media is trying to claim she looked younger with the Meghan center part straight hairstyle. It only ages her and highlights her weird eyes and eyebrows. Well, I saw somewhere where I forget who it was, but it wasn't a deranger. I mean, well, I don't know if that person was a deranger, but it wasn't a squatty. But they were saying that it's time for Kate to cut her hair. They said Kate's hair is too long. I don't know that it's too long, but she wears it too long too often. But I think it would benefit her to go to a shorter hairstyle because I just think it would be better for the extensions all the way down the back is yeah, it's time to move on from that. Yvonne Clark says in 100 years, no one will know true story. They will change history like they always do. Who knows what is our true history? Yeah, Yvonne Clark, that's a good point. They do they always say the victor writes the history, or the victor can also rewrite the history. So there is so much misinformation out there that no matter what is done officially, I think for the average layperson, we just won't know what to believe. We don't know, we won't know what the truth is. It's like with anything else that is a big story. Um, it takes on a life of its own, and everything gets so lost in translation. But great point, Yvonne. Thank you for your comment. Okay, let's move on. Oh, ooh. Sometimes we let slip that veneer, don't we? Sometimes we let our guard down. We let slip. And inside, maybe that's what she's feeling once you kind of let your guard down. Maybe. I don't know. Pretty sad, though. Oh, here's some good news, you guys. Here's some good news. I mentioned this yesterday, but for those of you who didn't hear it, I'll share it again. Royal Sussex has reached a whopping 500 videos. 500 videos. Royal Sussex, 500 videos. In 12 months, 500 videos. Where did the time go? I don't know. It's incredible. I can't believe it. I don't remember 500 videos. I honestly don't remember 500 videos. I have no recollection of making 500 videos. So, but anyway, just thought I would share that with you. Where has the time gone? I have no idea, but here we are, 500 videos later. And let's see. Let's take a scroll through those, shall we? Whoa. And this I made like a couple of weeks ago, so this might be about 475 here. But you may see some of your favorites, maybe not. The green are from Christmas, and those Royal Sussex with the live, that's when I first, oh, there it is. Yeah, those are the first times I went live. So, wow, 500 videos. Thank you, Elaine Parker. Isn't that something? 500 videos. Where did the time go? I have no idea. Okay, so oh man. So Queen's aides have formed a ring of steel around the monarch to prevent Harry and Meghan from using her as a source of content for their Netflix show during Jubilee celebration, royal experts claim. Um I'm at a loss for words with that one because it's so silly at this point. I don't know. Perhaps they may have cameras in their pockets, or perhaps maybe one of the children will have a camera in their juice box, or in their teddy bears. Maybe the eyes are cameras. You never know, because you see, Megan is a Hollywood actress, and you just we should just set these things to the side, and just and make sure that I think Harry wants to destroy the monarchy. So yeah, that old bat says that there is some diabolical plan. And so she said it so often that I believe that I'm not going to call them mainstream media, but the other tabloid news sources have seemed to latch on to that talking point, and now they're saying it too, all over the place. You hear different versions of how Archie is going to smuggle a camera in his juice box, or perhaps inside of Lily's little nappy, inside of her poo, there may actually be a telescopic lens so that they can, I don't know, catch the queen playing cards or whatever. I don't know what they expect to find, but the accusations that the Sussexes, who the Sussexes have not put a foot wrong, as I've said so often. There's no way in the world that the Sussexes are going to travel from the United States. Every time they say how many people there are in the film crew, is they're going to bring 20 people. They're going to bring 25 people. They're going to bring a 50 crew camera people to the Jubilee so that they can film every part of it. Number one, it's going to be licensed to a pool of cameras, I believe. There will be a pool camera or pool coverage, meaning that all the press will have access to it. And whatever footage they want, they can just pay for it if it's needed. But I don't think the Jubilee is going to be referenced in anything that the Sussexes are planning for the future. I don't think that's in their wheelhouse. And this um, trolling by Angela Levin is just really getting so far out of hand. So um, I see she's wearing her, I guess, home health care top. She's wearing something looks like she does home health care. So maybe she moonlights as a home health care worker when she's not getting those little contracts to appear on television. So she a Hollywood actress. She always gets what she wants. It's really what Meghan wants because Meghan's a Hollywood actress, and she always gets what she wants. I don't reckon the Harry that I know he doesn't exist any longer. So there you have it. Thank you, Angela Levin. If you were trying to start something, I guess you have, because now everybody's talking about it. All of the, well, not everybody, just the tabloids. So, anyway, I am about to try to go on Amazon and see if I can find a juice box with a camera. If I can find a Hawaiian Punch juice box with a camera so I can send it to Montecito. Oh man. Um I'm gonna send off some spy cams or something, or either that, or maybe I'll just send them to the palace ahead of the Jubilee, so that the staff people can stash them in their hair or whatever. This lady has a wild imagination, very wild. I would even want to think that she was making the stuff up, but somehow, oh yes, I didn't. You know what? I didn't get past those puffy eye bags under her eyes, or that Jack Klugman nose, or the non-existent chin. I didn't get past any of that to notice the wig. That is a wig, and not a very good one either. Ooh. Oh, Irish Demonia, you knocked that one out the park. That is a wig, and dusty too. I bet you it has a little dust and stuff coming out of it, like pig peeing on Charlie Brown. Remember pig peeing on Charlie Brown? The way he would walk around and all that dust would be flying off of him. It's probably all kind of stuff leaping out of that wig as we speak. I, I bet you. I bet you if you took like a microscope or something and looked at that wig, you would see like there's a whole ecosystem inside that wig. You would have to have like something that could listen like really close, and you hear like what, what, like they're in the rainforest. What, what. There's probably all kind of sounds coming out of that wig, but it's just so microscopic. It's just so microscopic that we can't hear it. With the naked ear, one can't really pick it up. But I think that if you have the right equipment, you'll find that there's all kind of life forms inside that wig. Ooh-ah! Ooh-ah! Woo. I mean, just looking at it, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Uh-huh. Just the sight of it. I mean, like right now, is anybody else starting to itch? Is anybody else itching? Because I can't stop scratching now. Ooh, I got an itch. I need like a fork or something to scratch, because now all of a sudden I feel itchy. Ooh, ooh. Woo, boy. Okay, so moving on. Prince William loses confidence due to weight of Parliament. Body language expert Prince William looked more nervous than Charles at the occasion. He looked like a lot of things, but nervous wasn't one of them. He looked like he didn't want to be there. He looked like the rose keeper. Oh no, how do I put this? Anyway, that's what he looked like. He looked like he saw somebody that he don't spend a lot of time with any longer because they've had a falling out over the roses. So yeah, but body language experts that are, I guess, supposed to observe the Cambridges, you can't really trust them because if you guys remember, when he came out there disguised as the Mitchum roll-on deodorant and she was wearing that little house on the prairie dress, that glance that they have right there was ran across the entire tabloid newspaper world. That look that they're giving one another, remember, they said that was a loving glance, that they stared at each other lovingly. Do y'all remember that? The photo on the right, that was supposed to be a look of approval and love and amorous and all that stuff. Now, what I see is bored, contempt, and I don't know. It kind of seems like William needs to go to the men's room, but whatever it is, there's anything but a loving glance going on. So the um, the body language experts, they just make up stuff. They make it up. They lie on the Sussexes all the time to make them look bad, and they lie for the Cambridges to try to make them look good, to make it look like they're into one another. Like this one right here. This was supposed to be like one of those tender images of them driving away from the event. But do you see what I see? If I was a body language expert, William looks like he's saying to the driver, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Drop her off first, and then take me home." Or is he saying, "Yeah, mate, drop me off first, and then take her back to Amber Hall or whatever." It's saying a lot of things, but I'm not seeing what they see. I'm definitely not seeing what they see. Okay. Uh, okay, where are we here? Angela Levin probably has a lot of psychological issues. She grew up with a very abusive mother. She called her mom cruel and horrid. We all should pray for her. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm gonna. Yeah, thank you for that, Diana. We're all human beings, and we all deserve God's mercy and consideration. So I'm with you on that. We should pray for her, and we should pray that she leaves the Sussexes alone. Keep their names out of her mouth because she's putting out everything that she has taken in this life, and what's even worse, she's looking like all of the stuff that she's has taken in and has put out. What a dreadful individual. Ugh. Okay. All right. That was as much charity as I can possibly extend without being shady in the same breath. Was that okay? I did my best. Whew. Now I need to shower because now I feel filthy. I was being nice. I was being nice and charitable and all that kind of stuff. I did my best. Fatima, you say no prayers for Angela. Don't waste your beautiful thoughts and prayers. She's going to hell. Fatima, I was doing my best. I was doing my best to clean up that situation, and you have just taken me right back to square one. No prayers for Angela. Don't waste your beautiful thoughts and prayers. She's going to hell. Oh Lord. Well, thank you for that, Fatima. Um, as I decide how I'm going to pray, I will give that great consideration. You all are just trying to keep me on here longer. I know what y'all trying to do, so this is not working. We might get out early today. Let me see. If Harry wanted to do something, he would have done. He would have been done when he and his wife. Wait, I can't stop laughing. Whew, my stomach hurt. When Harry wanted to do something, he would have been done when he and his wife went and visit the Queen. He would have gotten all he wanted. Well, yes, Andrea, I'm pretty sure that Prince Harry made the most efficient use of that time. I'm absolutely sure of that. Let me see. That's the Lottie G says that's the only thing I would pray for Angela. Oh, I'm scared to read this. Is that she would go to hell? Okay, okay, okay. Whoo, y'all killing me. Y'all are killing me. Oh boy. Um, Joyce Bell says they are against the Queen taking a picture with Archie and Lily because the picture would be a documentation. Oh, I didn't think about that, Joyce. That's brilliant. That she is the grandmother, well, great grandmother, right? And proof that they are truly royals, not not let me see, not they needed it. Not that they needed it. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Joyce voice, that is absolutely brilliant. Thank you for that. Whoo, I love it. Wow, you're on fire. Okay, so hey, that's something now. You all got my side hurting. Oh boy. Let me see. Hurt people hurt others. Healed people heal others. Angela needs serious inner healing and deliverance ministry. Um, Good evening, all. Thank you so much, God's child. That is very charitable of you. Thank you so much for being a member. And even more so, let me say thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Oh, well, you all have just taken me there and back. So thank you all for your comments. I love it. All right, let's move on. If I was a body language expert, you see there, it says made for each other. Well, I think that photo on the left has everything in common with this one. You know what that photo says? Yeah, mate, drop me off first and then take her home. Yeah, mate, drop me off first and then take her home. Oh, man. Isn't that amazing? Both photos, they say the same thing. As you can see, he's looking to the driver, giving out instructions. Get me out of here and then take her home. Both times. Both times. Oh, well. It's none of our business, right? Yeah, look at his face on the right picture. Nasty. Yeah, that face on the right, that was for the Royal Carol. The Royal Carol. Now, I keep telling you all that when William is crowned king, that this is going to be the new Queen Mother. I know that that's not what it's supposed to be, but trust me, one of those tabloid journalists are going to say something. Well, she's like a queen mother. She reminds me of the queen mother. Well, she really is a queen mother. And the next thing you know, they're going to hope that that sticks. So that's why they referred to that ill-fated event as the Royal Carol. So you can get used to the idea that there's something seemingly royal about Carol Middleton, right? That was that night when Kate cosplayed the Phantom of Westminster Abbey or the Phantom of the Opera. Yeah, so that was that night. They called it the Royal Carol. So Kate sat there, pensive as ever, waiting for her cue to play the piano. But what you couldn't tell from watching this televised event that was pre recorded is that Kate actually went away for about 3 days, practiced playing 3 notes on the piano, and then sat down in the exact same outfit at the piano while someone else accompanied her from across Westminster Abbey, and pretend as though she was actually doing something, as though she was of the caliber of a concert pianist, right? She's a concert pianist, as well as someone who can instruct us about the child care development and what's going on with kids' heads and et cetera, et cetera. Dr. Joyce Jazz Hands. Yeah, so that was that night on the right side there. And William's face, I think, says it all. Talk about a very sour look on his face. And then let's not forget this night. You guys remember they posted these photos and then they quickly took them away. Remember that? Prince William looked in good spirits as he enjoyed a night out at the star-studded Christmas party at Private Members Club. Kate was not there that night. Kate did not join them that night. Did you all know that Kate wasn't there? The Royal 39 was pictured leaving the upscale VIP bash around 7:30 p.m., flashing a brief smile. Flashing a brief smile. The smile was so brief they didn't even catch it on camera. Did you notice that? That smile was so brief it doesn't exist. He wasn't smiling. Now, what they should have said, the Royal 39 was pictured leaving the upscale VIP bash around 7:30, flashing a brief grimace as he got into his chauffeur-driven car before making his way back to Kensington Palace. That is not a smile. That is a grimace. That is that's a lot of things, but it's not a smile. But we're not supposed to see that he's not smiling. And as a matter of fact, if it wasn't for the squatties saving the receipts, we wouldn't even see these photos because they were snatched away no sooner than they were added to the web. What was it? I guess it was Daily Mail and maybe the Sun, whatever it was. No sooner were they put out there or distributed, and then they took them away, never to be seen again, except the squatties have kept receipts. And my favorite receipt, my favorite of them all, is this one. And that was when Kate was in the back of that black cab. And I told you, every time I look at that photo, it reminds me of a cat with his back arched up. Could you imagine if you were the cab driver and you saw that in your rearview mirror? Could you imagine? Oh, my shot says grimace or constipation. Oh, that is too funny. Oh well, let's see here. Got that. Oh yeah. And then eventually the mask comes off. We let slip our veneer, and after trying to get through to those children who seem to be less than enthused to have her there, you can see that oh well, she has given up. Then she mumbled a few words and left the building. if I recall. She just mumbled a few words, and the kid said bye, and it was over, just like that. And just like that, you guys, we are done. We are done. So I am going to say lots of love and praise to our faves, Princess Diana, the Queen of Hearts, and Queen Doria, the Queen of Everything. Yes, and congratulations again to Prince Harry for this occasion coming up that he was called upon to be a guest speaker. I'm glad for that. What else? Yeah, you can join the Duke of Sussex. Remember, go to the community tab, it's already there. Yeah, and I'm gonna add the story from the Guardian later. So yeah, that is your homework. Is the Guardian? Read that story. So, you guys, thank you so much for joining us on Royal Sussex. Any last comments? Sheila Watson says, I think that if Diana was still alive, she would be living with Meghan and Harry in Montecito. Oh, faux show. Faux show. Matter of fact, I think if she was still alive, they would have probably have stayed with her before they purchased their house. They probably would have stayed at her house. They probably would have left the UK sooner. Thank you, Baron, for a wonderful and funny podcast. See everyone in the Duchess of Sussex live. Oh yeah, I think Duchess of Sussex is on later. Let's see. Kate looks like Scammy. Their face track the same. Let me see. Devious, is that a device face? Device face in quarters, and you can see the shape of a banana. Really? Really? Okay, I have to try that. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay, so everyone's just saying farewell. Okay. Yes, thank you so much for that, Church Nelly. Thank you. And did somebody retire? I thought I heard somebody had retired. I kept seeing that, but I didn't. Let me see. Oh, thank you, Lorna Williams. Okay, so let's Ginger Avenger ourselves out of here. Lorna Williams says, have a great day, Mod Squad and Squaddies. Thank you for the last word, Lorna Williams. And okay, we will avenge ourselves out of here. Thank you, one and all. Baron's trying to get rid of us. Okay. There we go. Okay, thank you so much. Don't forget to go and watch Copycat Strikes Again. Please share it. Thank you ever so much for joining us on Royal Sussex. Yes, the Duchess of Success is coming up. I don't know what time. Well, let me see. I don't know what time she's coming up, but Duchess of Success is coming up. So check your, the bell thing to see what's coming up. And again, don't forget to watch Copycat Strikes Again. All right. Let me see who's left here. Wow, you guys got out of here fast. Usually it's like over 700 people. Ginger Avenger. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Marina. Oh, thanks. Thank you. Thank you, Karen. Let me see. Um, you know what? This is one of those days when I'm out of pecan sandies from Keebler, made with real vanilla from Madagascar. That's what the package says. It's made with real vanilla from the island of Madagascar. So, yes, you're right. I do need to go get some, but I got to go to the store and get them. All right. Okay, so that's good. We're good. All right. Thank you so much for staying for the after show. And thanks you for watching Royal Sussex. Thank you, Mod Squad. Thanks, everybody. Love you.